Oh my god, this fucking gorilla thing. I hate days like this where you go on Facebook or whatever social media that you have, and it's all about one topic and everybody has a fucking opinion about it. And I swore to myself, I'm like, I'm not getting involved. Because I usually don't. I hate that kind of shit. Just like politics. It's like you are never going to make people who are stuck in their ways see your point. So it's a waste of fucking time. Everybody has their own opinion and, feels a certain way. And really all that should tell you is that people are different than you. And that's what makes the world an interesting place, because if we were all the same, we'd be like droids. We'd be like stormtroopers or some shit. I see all the animal activist people and they're like, they shouldn't have shot the gorilla. They should have tranquilized it. They're really docile creatures, gentle giant. Let's wait until it's your 3-year-old kid who gets thrown into a gorilla enclosure, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a second, do what the fuck you have to do to that gorilla, because my kid's fucking floating around in a moat in a zoo right now. Could you please kill the gorilla? Like, I would be having a heart attack. Would I feel terrible about the gorilla? Absolutely. What if it was a person, right? What if, let's say it's not a gorilla, but it's like Ted Bundy or somebody that is like extremely dangerous and, might kill your kid and like just enjoys killing kids. That's like their hobby. It's like they do it as a job, and they get thrown in with this crazy killer. Are you going to save the killer because he's sometimes nice and like brings in his neighbor's fucking newspaper or some shit? You would definitely shoot the fucking serial killer or whatever it is. Is it fucked up? Yeah. If your kid was being held hostage with a gun pointed to its head, it's the same probability of your kid getting hurt. It doesn't matter. If your kid's in a dangerous situation with any kind of living being, doesn't matter if it's an animal, a dog, a cat, a fucking person, doesn't matter. Your first instinct as a parent, I would hope, is how to get your kid out of that situation real fast. If their life is being threatened, they need to get out of it like yesterday. So that part pisses me off. The other part that pisses me off is everybody's like, well, the mom's irresponsible. All right, dude. Listen, my kid does some crazy shit sometimes. The people who are saying that, I feel like those are people who don't have kids or just had extremely, calm and just well-behaved, perfect kids. I'll tell you right now, I try my hardest to watch my son and make sure he's not doing anything wrong. But he is 3 years old. He has a mind of his own, and it's not developed, but it's still a mind of its own. Here's an example. I walk out of the room. Let's just say I'll go to my mailbox and come back, which takes like 2 seconds. By the time I get back in the house, he's up on like my kitchen counter. He's in the cabinet getting himself Doritos or something. They just do things so quickly sometimes, and if you're not on top of that, you'll miss it. These kinds of things happen in seconds. So I don't think it's fair to blame the mom, because that could have been any mom. That could have been any mom. I questioned when I first heard about it through my mom, why didn't they give him a tranquilizer? They had to weigh the risk versus the benefit, just like your doctor does when he's prescribing you some kind of like dangerous pill. Like people who take Accutane, they have to outweigh the risk and benefit. That's where the zoo end was coming from. Yes, was the girl innocent? Yes. Do I feel horrible about it? Yes, that's terrible. Nobody wants to see that happening. He didn't know any better. It's very, very sad, but I don't understand why as a society we have to put blame on people. Sometimes, man, shit just happens and that's it, and there's nothing you could do about it. People need to stop trying to find the blame. People who have nothing to do with the situation, what are you gonna get out of the mother being pressed with charges? What are you gonna get out of that? Because you can't go back and change it. It already happened, so we should just wash that idea. You can't change it. You can't make the mom watch the kid. You can't make the zoo people not to shoot the poor thing, gorilla. But what we can do is prevent it from happening again. The zoo obviously needs to take measures to make sure that it's virtually impossible for a child to somehow accidentally fall in there from this point moving forward. So blaming people, wanting to press charges, all that stuff, it's not going to really help anybody. Putting the mom in jail, that's not going to benefit me. How's that going to benefit me? How is that going to affect anybody else's life? It's just like people who complain about gay marriage. How is it affecting your life? If two people want to be gay, let them be gay. I don't understand that. That's my thought on this whole thing. And I swore to myself I would not get into this shit. I hate these kind of like debate things that they have on Facebook. But I just felt like as a mother, I had a need to say something. I can empathize with that mother. How guilty she probably feels. How terrible she probably feels. It's a mistake. It's like a split second. It's just like people who are speeding in a car, drinking and driving. They make one little mistake, one bad decision, And they end up paying for it for a really long time. Instead of trying to blame people, we need to start to learn how to empathize with people. It's okay to be sad for the mom and the gorilla. You don't have to choose sides. That's all I wanted to say. I'll talk to you guys later.